Hey guys, how doing? Sure here. I've been meaning to do a video about Petchpanomrung for a while. He's a very strong southpaw. Relies mostly on that left kick that he's got. It's very powerful, very fast. But he's got good boxing, good knees as well. I did want to react to his fight from today from Glory 84, but I can't find that fight anywhere online just yet. So I thought I'd just react to his most recent fight before that, which is against Kosei Yamada. Um, let's just get into it, just have a look. Here we go. I actually, you know, haven't watched that much of Petchpanomrung, but I know about him. I know, I've seen enough to kind of know his style and stuff. Uh, yeah, I mean, there you go. You can see that left kick already. He actually, I couldn't find it that he lost against any foreigners. I saw a loss from a few years ago against a Chinese opponent, um, but it was an extension round from a K1 fight. So, I don't put too much merit on that really. And he's lost against some like top Thai guys, but everyone does. So I don't really worry too much about that. He doesn't lose any stock for that. I don't think. Just see. I don't think that really caught him. He should have a metal cup on. I'd be surprised if that hurt as much as it's being sold here. I do like that he pointed at him though. Like, hey, cheeky. But yeah, I mean that. I don't know. He maybe just flicked the tip, but a tick flip, a little tip flick that doesn't hurt too much. I wouldn't have thought. Yeah. Have a breather while you can. To beat guys like Petch, you know, you can't stand the outside of them and try and exchange kicks. You either need to be very tall and try and keep them on the, try and stay long with your boxing, or if you're the same height, it's going to be more difficult. But you need to just get in the fire with them and get into a gunfight. Unfortunately, no, I don't know if Yamada really has the. From what I've seen so far, I can't see either way whether Yamada's really got the determination for it. So you can see there just the power from his back leg. For him to, so you'll see, even though it's quite light on his feet for someone like this, he stays light on his feet, but then right before he kicks, he kind of has to plant his feet. And that's just so that he can push him really hard with his back leg. So like he'll kind of spring from his back foot to throw power from this kick. And Singdam used to do this really well, where he can like drift across the floor, like kind of slides across the floor with his lead leg. You'll see him do it here, but I think the ring might be a little bit slippery. Like sometimes where the stickers are, they're quite slippery. So let's see. See, yeah, he just kind of like tried to drift across the floor, but yeah. I mean, he's a classic example of you don't need to be amazing at everything to be one of the best in the world. You just need to do a few things really well. Um, he's just very smart and relaxed as well. You can see like he's very chill with what he's doing. That kick is just so good. I think what you're seeing here is just hours and hours and hours. Probably amounting to months of time just drilling that kick, and that's the result from it. Already you can see a red mark on his opponent's back. But Yamada, like you can see already, he's running out of a bit of creativity. Like that step there, I don't know what he was thinking he could throw. You can see that kick just from Petch there. I'm going to keep talking over myself a little bit. But you'll see here, instead of throwing the kick into the arm like he normally does, it kicks a little bit lower. It kicks into the hip almost. And it's because he's from just a little bit further out. But again, you'll see him slide across the floor. So I'll just show you again. Little setup. Boom. Okay, one more. See how he just cut? He probably made like maybe a foot's extra distance by doing that, but then by kicking lower, he could create that distance. If he was kicking high, it would have pulled him off balance like it did earlier. So again, here it looks so. I'm sorry if I'm annoying you by pausing and stuff, but you'll see his opponent kind of just parries that kick down, which I think is it's a pretty weak defense, because chances are they'll still score the kick. But he kind of does that, but it brings Petch's foot back down right by his other foot. So his feet are almost, but they're right next to each other, maybe even almost crossed. Um, which would leave him vulnerable to being attacked or countered. Chances are he's slightly off balance. Now a determined opponent would jump on you straight away, but Yamada just lets him reset and get back to it. Look, so there's that defense, and then nothing back. Just one more time, nothing. So the good thing about using that defense is that you can throw a straight right straight after it, like but you can box straight from that, and he doesn't. I get the feeling you see it a lot. Um, I've lived in Thailand for a long time. I've seen a lot of fighters that are decent, but their goal is to fight with these guys, not to beat them. Um, and then some of them will go off and make whole careers teaching seminars in their own country, because they fought someone like Petchpanomrung or Sanchai or someone like that. But they haven't gone in to win the fight. They just wanted to fight with them. And you can see here, Yamada's not trying to win the fight. I've said something similar before, and someone jumped on the comments and, that they found it offensive I said that. But you've got to understand that they're not doing the things that they have to do. Let's see. Straight back into it with his kick. It's a strong defense there. You can see, Yamada's not really trying to clinch him, so, whatever. But this is how you kind of get around being clinched. If you can put your hand over the top and kind of either into their, you can push it under their chin or you can just push their jaw. But then, so he uses his right hand here, but then he'll step around Yamada's left foot with his right foot as well. So it just completely breaks the clinch from Yamada's side. So see the position there. I mean, I know that Petch's feet, his left foot needs to be on the other side of Yamada's foot. But you'll see, kind of see what I mean. Just a great way of neutralizing the clinch. There you go. I mean, you can see, Petch's boxing, it's fair. But all he really does is that kick and the knee. And that's all he needs. See how he's making faces to the crowd and pushes his weight down on top of him. He's bullying him here. I'm not sure why Yamada's popping his tongue out at him. He's making himself look a bit silly. If when you clinch somebody, they do this, they catch your knee and then hold on with two hands like that, you should probably clinch and knee him again because they don't know how to clinch. I know this is kickboxing rules, but yeah. Again, you see Yamada here, look. He's clearly running out of ideas and doesn't know how to deal with Petch at all. So what you see is he bring his knee up here. Hands are low. Now you think, okay, come on, you really need to be urgent. You need to be pushing yourself you've lost the first round. You really need to start fighting here. And what he does is throws nothing. See? And again, Petch is going to bully him. You got to feel for him. But he just doesn't have the tools to deal with him. And he's got heart and he's in the fight. Oh, there you go. There's that again. 1, 2. So that kick lands, right? Now he does that same defense as earlier. And again, Petch puts his foot down and Yamada doesn't jump on top of him. And what was that, like maybe 2 or 3 seconds of just looking at each other with no retaliation from Yamada at all? You know, the only thing that I think goes to Yamada's credit is that he's been a little bit awkward. Like, I've seen Petchpanomrung's older fights, and it's like he's hitting around the pads. He's just kicking somebody, like bang, bang, bang. At least Yamada's been awkward enough to not get battered that much by that. Here you go, look. This is another point about Yamada. He's not, like he really has lost any creativity here. Look, so he again lifts up his leg and then does nothing. It's almost like he does that and Petch taps him on the face, say, "Hey, I'm here. Look, here, boom." I'm not sure how many fights you might have had. I don't know how well he's done in previous fights, but you know, this is his shot and he's just not rising to it. I know that it must be overwhelming for him. Like I said, you know, to beat someone with Petch's style, you either need to be really trying to push them back, maybe using a lot of feints to draw kicks out of them and then punishing them for missing, which you'd have to be very light on your feet. So you got that. You can be really light on your feet. You can try and push forward and try and smash him up. That way, not give him a breath, where you have to be very, very fit. Or you can be really tall. Like, you know, he's 65 kilos here and he's gone up to 70 kilos for Glory today. But, yeah, I assume that he's not that tall. But if you're, like, even just a few inches taller than him, you know, if you're tall enough to have your punching range at his kicking range, you can do quite well. I need to pay for YouTube Premium. Sorry. But there you go. My Seal is available if you want that. Don't know what it is. Yeah, there you go. Just bullying him. And here you go. There's that double kick now. Look. So look how long they just look at each other. There's just no determination or urgency from Yamada here. I do these videos to like bring praise to like the fighter that I'm talking about in particular. So it's, you know, this case it's Petchpanomrung. But you know, I probably picked the wrong fight to really show you where, you know, he's using a lot of skills, because this fight isn't one of them. In this corner there's my friend Adrian Sheed. I actually saw him with Petchpanomrung out here a few months ago. They've opened up a gym in Vancouver. I think it's Muay Thai Academy in Vancouver. So if you're that way of the world, like, you should check it out. You know, they get some solid training there. Adrian's a good coach. I've known him for years. Of course, Petchpanomrung's there too. You see that defense again from Petch, just pushing his face. It's not because he just wants to keep the fight going. This is kickboxing rules, so yeah, he's not trying to clinch with anybody. See how as well, you always get this battle between southpaws and orthodox fighters with their lead foot. So for Petch, what he needs to do is get his right foot on the outside of Yamada's lead foot, and then from there he can throw a strong left kick, a strong left hand, whatever, and he'll be in range to do that. The jab and the lead leg kick becomes pretty much useless against like someone like for Petch against an orthodox, and the other way around as well. Just because you can't find the range, like you can't really get much power in a shot that's going to be that short. For sure, hooks and stuff can be effective, but not really jabs and lead leg kicks. But you'll see here, what Petch does is get his foot on the outside of Yamada's lead foot. Show you. There you go. Gets on the outside, and now we can deal some damage. So even that right hand there, look how short Yamada throws it. I'm not really sure what he was thinking. He doesn't even fully extend the shot. Yeah, I think he's comfortable with the fact that he's lost, and if you're in his corner, that's got to be a concern. I know that Petchpanomrung is a very strong opponent, and you've got to respect anyone that gets in there with him. But you've got a chance there to make a big name for yourself, and you're not taking it. And that's your job. That's your job of choice. You've chosen to be a fighter. That's so. You might as well do it properly. Well, there you go. That kick is so strong, though. So strong and fast. Yeah, it's very difficult to praise Yamada for anything that he's doing here. The yellow card in Petch, I'm not really sure why. I mean, to be honest, a yellow card at this stage won't make a difference on the scorecards. I think Petch has comfortably won every round. I mean, I'm sure that Yamada's army is killing him, and it's been a good deterrent. Maybe that's why he hasn't really thrown the boxing that he wanted to, or whatever. But he's sitting in that range all the time, like he has done. He's just, yeah. I'm not really sure why he's calling him on either. It's like the last act of a desperate man. I think he's you see it with fighters, it's about like they'll get tired and then start throwing spinning kicks and stuff like that rather than just sticking to the basics. Yeah, I think he's resigned himself to the fact that he's lost this. I'll be surprised if he puts his hands up at the end of the fight. Oh well, that Yamada, maybe he's really good, and Petchpanomrung he's that much better than everybody that he made him look bad. But I think that he didn't really have the right game plan to deal with Petch. But then again, Petch is so good at what he does. That left kick, and that's been his bread and butter through his career in recent years, really. He does have other skills like that. His knee has been effective. He's got decent boxing, but he is a guy that you can say that you don't need to do everything great to be a good fighter. To go far in fighting. So if you are just starting out, you're early in your career, it's going to be the drilling the basics that they'll really make your career for you. There we go. Good fight. But yeah, that's Petchpanomrung. If there's any fights that you want me to react to or anything, just leave them in the comments, and I will get round to doing it. Yeah, I was a little bit inactive last week, but I'm back. I'll be trying to post as much as I can this week, and I'll be going live again on Friday for one championship. But yeah, please consider liking and subscribing. It really does help out a great deal. And I'll speak to you soon.